WindyCityUnderground.com, y'all. And this is OG Real Talk where we get down and we keep it real. WindyCityUnderground.com, your music, your station. And your girl Sunshine Jamaican Blazer Chocolate is Breezy Bree, is Sean B, and
We
Josh
got a guest
on
named
the
Josh who is going to talk
side.
about what he's
Yes,
trying to do. He's
I've
trying
been
to sit and talk to
waiting.
kids about violence and mental health.
Yes,
My
yes,
dog right here,
Let,
y'all.
let,
Dog right
yes.
Josh, let him take the mic and go into his thing.
Alrighty, say less. And look, whole time I really appreciate y'all having me out on the show today. It's your boy Josh J. Topia, otherwise known as EA, and I'm building a mentorship strategy. You feel me? It's already being released in portions.
Yes.
It goes based off of Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Are you all familiar?
You say that again?
Abraham Maslow, he was a philosopher. The hierarchy of needs is a triangle talking about all of the things that human beings need to have a fulfilled life.
Right.
Alrighty, at the top of the needs list is self-actualization. So
Okay.
in order to embody who you are and actually to make the most of your time, you would have to have food, water, and sleep. That's your basic needs covered.
Yes.
You would have to have your mental needs, which is love and intimacy.
Ooh, say that again.
Wow.
Say that
Say that again. We all
Say
need love
that
and
again.
intimacy. People act like we don't. People act like they don't need love.
Is love.
Okay.
I need
Everybody
saving. I
need
need love. I'm a
love.
single 46-year-old man with no kids who's never been married.
Everybody need love. Well,
I need love. I'm the one that needs saving.
We gotta experience it.
So
you
that
know
one
what I'm
over
saying?
random.
And I feel like and a lot of times kids don't get that in the homes from their
Right.
parents. You feel me?
it starts
So
at home.
there's a disconnect.
Yes,
and
it is.
I feel like now the school system needs to start focusing more on the mental health aspect and how we can be productively building.
See, that's why this my
Mental
guy, y'all,
health,
'cause
you guys.
Even when we don't be together, we be in tune
Yes,
like that.
yes,
Like,
yes.
What he's talking is real.
yeah,
It's real.
Yes.
It's authentic.
Yes,
It's natural.
thank you, Josh.
Yes.
Keep getting into it. Keep getting into it.
Oh,
I like the
yeah.
flow. I like the flow. Keep
EA
going.
Health.
Real talk.
We
real
educating
talk.
y'all today.
Right.
Yes.
Feel me? So I use a strategy that's based around nihilism. So what actually is wrong with nihilism, or in terms of psychology, what's wrong with the world, I believe, is the focus on the negative. Nihilism is the belief that nothing matters. So typically, people take that and say, oh, that's a terrible way to look at it. If you use optimistic nihilism, which is if nothing matters, be happy anyway, it removes that bias that you have when you're interacting with a child or with somebody
Right.
who has an opposite personality. from
Yes.
you.
Yes.
That way, you can start to look at things in a list format. You
Okay.
can start to say, all right, pros and cons.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
That's an old expression. Old-
Pros and
right,
cons.
yes.
Okay.
Let's weigh this. Let's weigh this.
Let's wait it.
If we
That's
give
what God do.
kids the ability to, then the decisions that they make going forward are more based off of the passions that they have already set forward in front of them. Like,
Amen.
you have dancers. You have kids that are swimmers. You have football stars.
You have
Okay.
basketball stars. You have kids that are talented in many ways, but
we
they,
don't even know.
like
for real.
they're held back, like I was. I've been
Mm.
talented ever since I was in school. They were throwing me up on stage with a group, without a group, and every event they were throwing me up on stage because I had something. Then, but my parents didn't know I had it, so I was held back.
That's
Wow.
right.
That'd be crazy.
And that goes to show you guys push your kids. Push your
Gas
kids to
Gas
to
them.
improve
Whatever they say they want to do.
push them
gas
to their
them.
dreams.
You have to.
Push them. Push
That's
them.
why-
And motivate them.
that's why-
Uplift them.
That's
Right.
why I
It's
love.
you have to train a kid at a young age because that's when their brain is developing.
Yeah.
So
That's what
when you
God
start
says in
teaching-
Proverbs,
when
train
they
a
start
child
talking
in the
gibberish,
way that he
when they
should
start
go.
talking that gibberish, you start teaching them how to speak. After you start teaching them how to speak, you teach them their ABCs.
Yes.
After you teach them your ABCs, you start teaching them 1, 2, 3s. You go down the line in order like that, and they will catch it. You just have to take time and patience to do it.
My son is he's about to be 10 months. He's 9 months right now. I talked to him
Congratulations.
already. Hey, I appreciate
You got a prince in this world.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yes.
So I already talked to him. I never did the baby talk. That's one thing. I'm like, look, I'm gonna talk to you how I wish I would have been talked to
Right.
coming up as a kid.
And that's how we
Mix it with
should.
logic.
Yeah.
And if
Right.
you start understanding that, like, I'm not about to yell and scream. I'm gonna let you know straight up, right off the rip.
Of course.
Right.
You know what these words mean. You know the consequence of your actions if you don't listen. So I'm
Uh-oh.
gonna instill that
Teaching
now.
them early, you guys, is where it go. Where it's,
You put me in
where
the
it's at.
mind of a mind shepherd. Like y'all ever watch
Teaching the children early.
Nah, tell me about it.
Cause the same thing you saying right now is the same thing he say about Junie and they baby. Like,
Oh
you
yeah,
know what I'm saying?
yeah.
You
He's
have
like
to,
that too.
You have to talk to them.
Yeah.
With logic, so they can understand.
Because these
Right.
babies
That
are
ju-
not
that baby,
dumb.
these babies are not dumb.
They're not dumb.
They more fasting and developing than we are.
Yes,
Right,
they
because
are.
They could
It's-
comprehend quicker
right.
than we could.
Because
Yeah.
it's the technology.
Yeah.
Not even.
It's
not
not
e-
that.
not
It's how
even-
God
not even
brought them
with
into the world.
technology.
It has nothing to do with technology.
These
These are
kids
babies.
nowadays are very
My
smart,
my
and a lot
niece-
of these parents are underestimating their own kids.
I know.
Yes.
I was one of them.
Yes.
Like for real.
Yes.
And he made the point, like you say, you have to green like these kids.
Yes.
If your daughter, like he said, his daughter came to him like, ooh, that's a gymnastic girl. Next thing you know, I just hit her on her iPad. Siri, what do gymnastics wear? Siri, what do gymnastics do? How is their diet? Like,
Right.
then he say they just went out and just bought everything that the gymnastics need. Like,
Wow.
you have to gas your child.
Yeah.
Let them know that you support it. You might not like what they doing, but you let them try.
Right.
You never know.
Right.
That's
That's
true.
the truth.
And that's why I feel
That's
like
true.
that
You're
lens.
supposed to support your kid and everything that he's trying to do
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Now,
That's
if it's
true,
wrong, you're
that's-
supposed to correct him, not necessarily hit him, but
Right.
you talk to
Train
him.
the child in the way
and
that he
you
or
talk to
she
him
should
in a,
go.
in a manner.
That's what God
And
said.
every once in a while, you don't have to hit, but you have to get a little firm to let him know what it's about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And social media is taking that away because now.
No,
kids
you don't
are
have to hit
Yeah.
him. You just have to be a little firm with your voice.
assertive.
Right.
Assertive. And I feel like now kids take things a little bit too serious. Their main teacher, the main thing that they spend the most time with educationally is social media, other peers.
Right.
So
Right.
that's why I feel like if you don't care too much about the opinion of your peers, you can stay focused, especially as a kid. They'll get thrown off track a lot faster, or they'll start following the wave
Exactly.
rather than what it is that they know is right and wrong.
Right.
Change
That's
never
true.
stays the same. So technology is going to be here. It's going to grow. But integrating it into the lives of children from an educational standpoint, I would think we would have to go back to the basics. Like,
Yes.
okay, get out a pen and a paper. Right now, your goal.
Oh, thank you.
Your
Say
child
it
is
again.
supposed to
Thank you.
succeed.
Can you please say that one more time?
Pen and paper.
Pen and
The
paper.
old-fashioned way.
Write that
Pen and
down.
paper.
That's
Like I
right.
write my letters. Pen and
Stop
paper.
telling them to type it.
Right.
Exactly.
Start with the pen and paper first,
Yeah.
so they can learn how to write.
Yeah.
Yes.
They know how to
Right.
text,
Right.
but do they know how to write?
Right.
Cursive.
Because-
you know people don't even know how to
They
write
don't even
cursive
do
anymore.
cursive in school no
You
more.
don't
Back-
even do.
Back
They
when me and
took
her
cursive
back
out of school.
back when me
Are you kidding me?
back when me and her were going to school, it was book reports, cursive writing, resumes,
Wow.
You got
so all on
Every
pen
book,
and paper.
yeah,
You should know
every
that.
book you
Guys,
read in class, you had to
yes.
write a summary on. They don't even
Yeah,
do
we
that
had
no
to
more.
write and utilize our
cursive.
brains.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're not teaching kids these days, and they should teach because
You know what I said, you
everything's
guys?
technology with the computer.
That's why I said
It's
I
funny.
love technology, but at the same time, technology is our downfall.
It
because
is.
of the simple fact we're not really being humans the way that we should
Yes, you're right. You're right. And you know what I said to everybody? I was talking the other day. I said, if you got into a jam, or you, God forbid, anything is to happen, and you don't have these phones, do
What
you
gonna
memorize
do? Do you
any
know
phone numbers?
anybody number? I know.
Do
I can
you
count on my
memorize
hand. I know a good 8
anybody's
numbers by
numbers?
heart.
Are your brains alert to memorize anybody? You just put the number in the phone and just save it.
And, I be
And tell the
saying
phone
that.
to
You got a
remember
point
it.
because I do the same thing. I can't remember nobody's number. 'cause
Yeah,
I
you
put
tell
it on
the
the
phone to remember it.
Right.
But
Yeah,
you're not
my niece
you're
and
not
I-
using your brain.
That's
My
right.
niece
I'm not.
on mine. She
Hey,
agreed
I
with
admit it,
our
though.
conversation.
hey guys, how are you?
See, that's the thing. I say, look, you know north, south, east, and west.
Yes.
Okay, look at these street signs. Can you see 1700 north? Do you know that that's up north?
Exactly.
You know where you're at up north? All right,
Exactly.
I've been trying to tell them.
Man.
Thank you,
And
brother.
it's crazy
They
that
don't
you say
even
that
know
because-
east, west, north, and south.
Exactly.
when I was a kid,
And
I
it's-
got-
They don't even know that. They don't know. You know, you face the east when you pray. I prayed when I faced the east, and that's what when the sun rises and where the sun sets. You know, the sun sets. You know, and
It's crazy
people do not
because-
even
You're not the
know
only.
that.
You're not the only person that does that because that's
You
also
really
part
not,
of
yeah.
Islamic. They do that.
Yeah.
And it's just it's period. It's like when you don't
Yeah,
even
well,
know
it's
when the
good.
sun
Hey,
rises or
babe.
it sets. You don't know the fundamentals of life. Wow.
You don't. And it's crazy
Wow.
you say that about the
Wow.
direction, because I don't know my sense of direction for nothing.
See, when I was a
And,
kid,
and,
I
and
was.
But
I've told my
Let me get into one certain spot of the city. I guarantee you, I can tell you.
I've told my people that y'all better know it.
See, nowadays you would have to wait the bus for 30, 20 minutes outside, but now you can just go to home and track it on the bus sign. and that tells
Exactly.
you
You
exactly
didn't
when it's
have
coming.
that.
Right. You
And
didn't have
then,
that back then.
you know what kills me? A lot of people ask you, "What's the time?"
It's on your phone.
It's on your phone. Or what's today?
That's why a lot of people don't
What?
want to watch this no more.
You just scroll down. But then you know what? People don't even. My mom asked me, "Did I have a calendar in the house?"
I do. I keep a calendar in my room.
Yeah.
A
It might not-
calendar.
It might
To
not be
write
put
things
up.
down.
Right.
Write things
That's what
down
I'm
on the
saying.
calendar.
Yep.
Back in my days, we had my daddy always made sure we
You know
had
what
a
they call
planner.
now? You know what they call now?
What?
Quote unquote vision boards. They
Wow.
put pictures.
Pictures
Instead of words.
instead
Like,
of words.
It works. It works, but
A
sometimes
picture a picture is worth
sometimes
a
you
thousand
still
words.
need to
But
write that down.
it's better to know. You don't even know what the origin of words no more.
Exactly.
You don't know the origin of words.
They don't.
You don't know where your words. Do you read a dictionary? You don't even know. You don't even look up what a word means.
I mean,
anymore.
can somebody from parent, who's a parent?
I am.
That's
Can you
digital.
tell me what it's like today in the schools? Whatever you, because I haven't been in the school.
Yeah, I'm
Except this
sorry.
place.
These
So
lifesavers is
what are the
fire.
teachers teaching these kids these days in the school, in the grammar school?
So when you start off going to these schools, like I'm doing presentations starting with the schools as well, and what you start to see is that teachers are trying to teach like social skills,